Hey, Uncle Mark in the mothership with a 3-string cigar box guitar. Yeah. This is Steve Earl. This is Copperhead Road. And this is just a really fun tune. Easy to play, and I'll show you exactly how I break down the little parts. It's a mandolin song, but it's a guitar song, so we're just going to fool around with it. This is the super easy way to play, and so I'll just show you that right out of the gate. So here we go. My name is John Lee Pettymore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. I hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He'd only come to town about twice a year. Buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper lime. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Now the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad. He ended up the holler with everything he had. For my time, but I've been told he never came back from Copperhead Road. Yeah. And so I'm also going to show you this little thing I like to do. Right, really good song to play, lots of fun. But what do we got? G, D, G, 42, 34, 24. Those are the gauges. I'm in open G, and these are wound electric guitar strings. I'm playing through my Roland Cube, so please look later in the video. At the end of the video, I'll show you what the settings I'm using in that cube. So at the nut, we're open G. G sharp, A, B flat, B, C. One of the chords in this song, C sharp and D. And that's on the 7th fret, and that's the key. So mandolins, other than like guitars, mandolins fill a different space in music, and I'll just digress a little bit. So a guitar player is playing like so. A mandolin player plays up, like this. That's how you would really want to play this. It's very difficult just to keep playing up. That's how mandolins play, though. They fill in the gap. When guitar players are going down, mandolins are coming up and creating a counterpoint. So when you're playing a mandolin song, you kind of want to have this rhythm that's kind of on the 2. You know, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, like so. So think about that when you're playing this. You can certainly play any rhythm you want, but I just want you to know that that's how mandolins work. And so if you listen to mandolin songs, you'll start hearing how the counterpoint works against other instruments. And that's and a mandolin is also a percussive instrument as well as a chord instrument, right? So it's a right. So it has that quality to it. So we are just going to be playing down, 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 down on D, and this is a bar chord on the 7th fret. The only other chords you need to know are open, that's a G, and C. That's a bar chord on the 5th fret. And that's the whole song. D, 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 D. 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 the whole song. You just have to remember the G and the C and the D. So I did a little chord lick. I call these things chord licks. And so what I did in the beginning was I took this D, and I'm going to put my finger here like you do right, like a rock and roll rhythm. I'm going to put my finger right there on that B. And I'm going to go C and D. How you do that, if that's what you're interested in. You can my name is John Lee Pettymore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. Okay, but this is a tough maneuver. So, you know, if that's beyond your skill set right now, practice these moves. Practice all those moves, and when you're ready for it, you can input that. Something else you could do here. So, another way to play a G chord, open, is to put your first finger here on that G note. So it's the 5th fret of the D string, and then put your 3rd finger here on the D, and your pinky on the D. So you can be, now the revenue man wanted Granddaddy Patty, head of the holler with everything he had. For my time, but I've been told he never come down to Copperhead Road. That adds a little more complexity to the song. But this shape is movable. That's a G. My first finger here is on that G note, 5th fret on the D string. G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D. Now you have these two notes have a more mandolin sound. So you could do this. You could, my name is John Lee Pettymore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. But when you do this and play that way, I suggest taking this first finger that's on that D note and just putting it a little bit further forward so that that string doesn't howl on you. So you don't hear it as much, and you don't get unlucky and go, and that note doesn't work with this. And you can always go back, so you can do, I will get to the 100 pounds of yeast, and I'll show you how I use this, and then back. You buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper lime. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Now the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad, headed up the holler with everything he had. For my time, but I've been told he'd never come back from Copperhead Road. Okay? One way to do it. Another thing you could do is D, or A, D, and F sharp. So these two notes, I don't like it as well as you could do these two. So there are ways to play this. Any which way you do it is fine. You can add and subtract different parts to give yourself a little bit of a jam. If you feel like it's got a I want to call it a solo, but it's not a solo. You could do something like so. So you're in here, G, play your G on 12th fret. You could play your C here. C, G, and G. So many things you can throw at this song. This is Uncle Mark in the Mothership. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. I do have a donation link down here. It's a paypal.me/Uncle Mark Tips. Thank you so much for all your support. $1 a show is all we ask. And I do have a Facebook page, so please take a look at that. It's Cigar BX Blue, so Cigar Box Blue, basically. And I told you I'd show you my settings here, and so I will. I have a little bit of chorus this time, so if you notice, I'm on the Brit combo there. My gain is on nothing, my tone is dimed. I have some reverb, but I also have the tiniest bit of chorus. So what that does is it gives a more full sound throughout. So with it, okay, without. So with it. I think it sounds more mandolinish. But you tell me, what do you think? This is Uncle Mark in the Mothership. Thank you so much for everything you do for me, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.